Hey there, so today we have another Darwin's Rants, and this is a pretty fun one for a minute. So, woke up at 9 a.m. to a phone call from I think the person that actually probably has worked on my apartment before. Yeah, when I moved in here, I literally no light in the bedroom because the ceiling fan wouldn't work. And so the whole electric was fucked, I think, and he had to actually go out to the store and buy an entirely new one to install it. Okay, cool. I talked to him. I was like, hey man, the carpet guy obviously came, so like I think he understood. I was like, yeah, I have no water. Like the freaking line to my toilet like broke. It's completely snapped. Like there's no water. The water main is off. He's like, oh, I'm not a plumber. I'm like, what? Like 9 a.m. I should be expecting somebody at my door. Like, hello, no. I'm a handyman. He's not a plumber. I have no clue. I can't do that. I'm like, what? Oh my fucking god! So literally, this person was supposed to arrive. First off, he was supposed to be here yesterday. Never gave me a call. So that's already 24 hours gone. So now I'm like, bro, get in touch with the landlord. I need a fucking plumber now. I start texting this number that I had that thankfully replied yesterday at like 8 a.m. because I put in a work order on website overnight. She did not reply for like 5 hours. I'm like, what the fuck? So finally by noon, I find a different number to start texting. I'm like, because I don't know who. By the way, I have no clue. There's one person I know their name, and then the second person, I don't know who I'm texting. I don't know. I don't have a phone number. I don't know. So I'm texting. I was like, I need a fucking plumber. Like, where is this plumber? And I even got the handyman to like text the landlord. Hey, oh yeah, text the landlord. You're not a plumber. Can you get a plumber? He replies like, yeah. She said we're gonna get you a plumber. Cool. So I don't get a reply. Finally texted another number. Hello, like this is going 2 days without water. And a little exaggeration, I told them that myself and the kids have been shitting in the fucking outdoors. I use the word fucking shit. I use the word shitting, literally, which is, explicit, but like, bro, it was 2 days. Like, this is a fucking emergency. Actually didn't get a reply from that text, but on a different phone number, I texted like, hey, hello, what's the situation with the plumber? So I don't know, that person didn't reply. I don't know. Maybe they're off today. It's a fucking Wednesday. He says, yeah, I contacted plumbers, but 2 of them canceled on me. Do you know any plumbers? So now I have to be the one to find a plumber? All right, fine, whatever, fuck. Call one number. I don't think we have it available for a week. Clunk. I could have been nice, like, oh, well, like, thank you. Bro, I'm angry. I got to call people. Second phone number actually replied quick. Oh, yeah, they're in the area. They could be there within an hour or two. Within, I think it was 1 to 3 hours. Like, I'm thinking about what time it is. Perfect. Here's a number from my landlord. Get them the fuck over here. He comes in within 2 hours. Looks at it. All right. Has to get the approval. He literally worked for, active working of fixing shit, 5-10 minutes. It literally was, the pipe was broken. Snapped that bitch off. Now I have a thing that just goes directly from the wall with a valve. Directly, wall and valve, and that's all there is. So I texted my friend Mike. I was like, this old apartment, the line that goes to the reservoir from the toilet isn't even long enough to fit the coupling for the bidet. So I might just give this up. But I texted him, I was like, hey man, is it worth it? Because I can probably go to like Home Depot or some shit, get something to extend that line so that I can attach the. At least now I know how water main works. If I ever, and he did make fun of me last night. He's like, bro, anytime you work with electric or water, you always like turn off the breaker or turn off the water main. I was like, bro. Again, nobody calls Darwin handy. I'm not a handy guy at all. So like these are things I don't think of. So I was like, hey man, is it worth it? Otherwise, like, just give up this, nice privilege of having a day. Fuck it. I'm just burning through toilet paper. It's okay. Whatever. So then finally today I can actually start my day. I've been doing some other stuff on my computer applications and insurance and all this other shit. But I can actually get my meal prep now because I obviously didn't have running water. I was going to do meal prep. So I will say a couple months ago, I showed you a meal prep thing where it's just like Costco rotisserie chicken, which is too good of a deal. I need to buy more of that shit. Costco rotisserie chicken, white rice, some mixed vegetables, and a little bit of teriyaki. They call it teriyaki. It's called bachan. It's actually quite expensive. I actually got a BOGO, but I've been getting a little bit bored of that. Like, it's healthy, it's good, but like eating that 5 meals a week is probably a little bit excessive. The same meal. Granted, when I was skinny, I can give, good. That's sort of a meal that I should sort of need. It's healthy anyway, but I've been getting a little bit bored of it. So I was gonna do meal prep. I bought a bunch of shit on Sunday, and I probably should have done that instead of worrying about this stupid fucking bidet. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had this headache of the fucking. It's actually Monday. It was Monday that this all happened. Yeah. If I just did meal prep instead of this bidet shit, I would have been meal prepped instead of breaking the main, water on the shit. So I wanted to talk to you guys about just the funny thing about work. So despite hating the job at F&D, so on Sundays they do brunch, and on top of like getting, it's like little tapas. Like some of it's Mexican, like most of it's breakfast food. But you also get a taco buffet. So you just walk up to the bar. One of the cooks just makes little tacos. So you could eat as many fucking tacos as you want. Sad thing is, with the taco bar, there's toppings, right? Sad thing is, by 3 o'clock, they end brunch and just throw it all out, like all of it. So, bro, look at this shit. No, look at this shit. That's a bunch of. This wasn't even all of it. This is just as much as I could squeeze into it, and then This is as much as I could squeeze into a container. I've used some already. So that's like, I don't know how many limes worth of lime juice that I have. Cotija cheese, some onion. A shit more limes, cilantro. So I was like, what the fuck can I do with all this shit? And literally Google the recipe. I was like, oh yeah, of course I can make chicken tortilla soup. So yeah, boom. I can't wait. I mean, you guys don't want to see me do a cooking video, do you? I don't think so. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be. I have a bunch of stock. I made my own super stock because with all these Costco chickens, throw in the freezer, bang, throw it in the pot. You make stock, and I four or five whole chicken bones worth of stock. Make some really fucking intense stock. So stock, black beans, corn, lime juice, onion, garlic. I got some diced tomatoes, chipotle, chip peppers, and shit. And then and then obviously a bunch of the Costco chicken. So a little bit of, definitely something a little bit healthier. I could probably cook up some rice with it, so I eat it with some rice. And then I have toppings, so, top it with some cilantro, top it with some tortilla strips, fresh white onion. What else do I have? Cilantro. I brought a whole head of cilantro. So I actually did spend not spend that much money, but anyway, it's meal prep. Whatever it is, it's cheaper than eating out, right? So I'm gonna make up just that of it. Actually, I'm gonna use my 5-gallon homebrew bucket. Homebrew pot for that. So I'm just make a massive amount of it, store a bunch in the freezer. So it'll be fun. So I'm gonna pick up the girls and just do some meal prep. And then people think I'm insane for this kind of like stuff. Like that's dumb. By the way, I've been doing this for like 2-3 weeks now. Just grabbing all this shit. And people think I'm an insane person, but you know what it is? That's just how I grew up. I was raised by my grandmother. My mom, single mom, she was like literally out the door like 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Yeah, she was working like 70 hours a week or something. It was ridiculous. So she obviously worked her ass off to raise us. So I got raised by my grandmother. Guess where my grandmother's from? China. She grew up in Mao's communist China. I don't know if you know, but that shit was rough. So nothing gets wasted. I've been instilling it into the girls. That's how I live my entire life. Leftovers eaten. No food. Nothing gets thrown out. No food. Nothing. So when I saw this shit, like they're like, "Yep, it's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna dump all this shit." I'm like, "Whoa, no. Like now I have a little bit of starter of like, how about this? Was I gonna buy a whole bag of limes, cut them and juice them? No, it's already here. I got a bunch of cilantro that's already chopped up, right? I have a head of cilantro in the fridge, but this is already chopped for me, right? The cotija cheese, yeah, I'll use that as a little topping on top of the, just all get thrown out. I don't know what it is, but that's how I was raised by my grandmother. Like, bro, I don't know if you guys, if you guys are first generation with immigrant parents, I'm pretty sure you were raised the same way. Fucking nothing goes out, nothing gets thrown out, especially food. You save everything, bro. You save everything. It got a little bit rough at my house with like my grandmother saying like old clothes and like it was a little bit much. So like it goes too far. I will say that. Like old clothes and like old tchotchkes of like shit that we didn't need. Like it's like, what are you gonna do with this thing that like no one even uses? Because it was a gift, right? People gift things, right? Like for parties or something. Like gift things to my mom or some shit, her patients or a party, and just like random shit that like nobody's ever touched, nobody ever uses. Like there's gadgets, device, whatever, random shit, and it would just get stored in the house. I was like, no, we got to throw this out. Like, what are we doing with this shit? Nothing of value, obviously, But yeah, that's how I was raised. So like, if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So that's why I have all this shit. And I was gonna do this shit days ago, but obviously, finally now have water to. Yeah, I can't cook without water, and washing dishes and shit and all this stuff. So finally, do the laundry because also all these clothes got wet because I was like, the flooding. So thankfully, I'm washing a shit ton of clothes now. So, and also my mats, so bathroom mats, doormat, all that shit's wet. So I gotta run that through the wash too. And it stinks. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened, but that shit stinks. So I actually have it outside right now. I gotta wash that shit. So there's an update. I finally have water again. I'm finally human. I don't feel like I'm living like a homeless person anymore. Well, not literally. You know what I mean? Just like running back and forth. Literally 1 a.m. last night. I'm going outside, trying to fill up this pot. And just dribbling water. It's like literally at the rate of like I get a gallon of water every like 8 minutes. So I was like, all right, I'll be back. You know, just to get a bunch of water, just to fill it into my toilet reservoir so I could flush my toilet because urine's been sitting there for 2 days already. It's gross. Until next time, cheers.